Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If the sun changed color tomorrow, not exploded, not disappeared, just changed, blue, dim, wrong, how many days would you wait before admitting something was broken? Because in 1831, the sun didn't just look strange, it looked tired. And humanity's response was not panic, it was silence. This is not a story about the sky. It's a story about how easily people accept the unacceptable, as long as it happens slowly. This didn't begin with one report, that's the problem. Reports appeared everywhere, nearly at the same time. Farmers noticed shadows losing contrast. Sailors wrote that daylight felt filtered. Monks noted that prayer hours felt shorter not by clocks but by light. People could stare directly at the sun, and when humans can look straight at the sun without pain, something has gone very wrong. But nobody announced it. No proclamations, no warnings, just individuals quietly realizing, I think the sky is malfunctioning, and then doing absolutely nothing about it. Here's the detail that should have triggered mass panic. It didn't happen at sunrise or sunset. It happened at midday. The sun was blue at its strongest point, which means this wasn't fog, it wasn't weather, it wasn't imagination. This was physics, misbehaving. In multiple countries, people reported seeing stars at noon, not metaphorically, not poetically, astronomically. Imagine eating lunch and noticing constellations. That should have ended civilization's emotional stability. Instead, people adjusted their routines, which is the most disturbing part of this entire story. Here's what didn't happen. No riots, no doomsday movements, no mass hysteria. Why? Because the change was subtle enough to doubt yourself. People didn't say, the sun is blue. They said, does it look different to you? And when uncertainty spreads, fear doesn't explode, it leaks. Farmers blamed soil, priests blamed sin, scientists blamed optics, everyone blamed something local because a global problem was unthinkable. The sun changing color meant admitting reality wasn't stable, so people chose denial with chores. Plants noticed before people did. Harvests failed quietly, not dramatically enough to start wars, just enough to thin communities. Grain ripened late, fruit lacked sugar. Wine tasted wrong, not poisonous, just disappointing, which is how disasters often arrive, not as explosions, but as lowered expectations. The world didn't collapse, it downgraded. Here's the cruel joke. The cause wasn't near anyone watching the sky. It was far away, isolated, unobserved. A colossal volcanic eruption had punched debris into the upper atmosphere so high that it didn't fall back down. It stayed, circling the planet, diffusing sunlight, repainting the sun. The earth didn't break, it wore a veil, and nobody connected the dots, because there were no dots to connect yet. The sky changed without asking permission. Here's the part that matters now. People adapted faster than they questioned. Artists changed palettes. Farmers changed expectations. Children grew up thinking the sun was weak by default. No one archived panic because panic never arrived. This wasn't humanity at its loudest. This was humanity at its quietest, and that's far more dangerous. And then, without warning, it stopped. The sun returned to yellow. The sky corrected itself. Shadows sharpened. No explanation was announced. No lessons learned. History moved on, without processing what had just happened. Because acknowledging it meant admitting the world can fundamentally change and we might just accept it. If stories like this unsettle you not because they're scary, but because they're believable, subscribe to Chronicle Crafter. We don't tell history to comfort you. We tell it to remind you how fragile normal really is. So here's the question historians avoid. If the sun turned blue again, slowly, quietly, would we panic or would we update the settings? Adjust the visuals and keep going. Tell me what you think, because history already answered once.